going on, everybody? Welcome to the Measuring Board, your favorite segment of the Livewell. Got me, Alex Perz, my friend John Allred next to me over here, and we're just going to be hanging out, talking fishing, talking about our Titan X builds, talking about big baits and shallow water, and just the spawn and the Georgia Outdoor Expo and whatever else comes to mind, whatever else comes up in the chat. So, John, how are you, man? How you been?
I'm doing great. I haven't been fishing a whole lot lately. I've been, well, not from the kayak. I've been hitting the bank a lot lately.
Yeah.
Oh.
Catching?
Yeah. Yeah, they're moving up shallow now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been, been pretty active, even just slinging from the bank. So I was going to get the kayak out Saturday, and the cold weather and the wind, I turned into a sissy. So
I wanted to go out. I sold mine Friday. So, right when the fishing's about to get really, really good, I sold my kayak. But I got a coworker that has a boat, and I actually met him through the chat, and that's how I got my job. But
oh, cool.
So he took me out Sunday, and I put a curtain on him and the fish. Showed him what the swagger sticks were all about. I was just we were throwing shaky heads around docks, and it seemed like every third or fourth dock I was catching a fish. So what's up, Silver Punk? What's up, Southwest Indiana Outdoors? Or
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how I can see messages, so give me a second here.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. So yeah, we got 13 people in already, guys. So as everybody already knows, I'm taking over the tournament director role for the GKBA for the rest of the season. We're switching it to an online series. I'm doing this just to help us get through the season. I'll be judging fish and handling payment and payouts and stuff. My PayPal's already linked up with the Tourney X and stuff. We've already handled all that with Dwayne. So I'm ready to go. The next tournament was going to be an online anyways. But after that, they'll just be, you guys are still going to fish the same water. If you want to meet up at ramp afterwards, you can. There's not going to be an award ceremony. However, we are going to do awards for like the top three, whether it be gift cards or whatever, since we did have a lot of people pay dues already. Yeah, the next tournament's online. I mean, it's your typical online tournament. So any public water in the state of Georgia.
And when is that?
May 11th. May 11th.
So it's a one-day thing?
Yeah, it's just a one day. They're all just one day deals.
Okay.
But if there's somebody out there,
that'll give me an excuse to get the kayak back out and get my one tournament of the season out of the way.
And you should do it. We've also got the Hammer series, which is there's no membership required or anything like that, and it's just as all the fish you can catch. Your friend
Josh.
Yep, your grumpy friend is in there.
Yeah, he's wearing them out. John
Yeah,
G's doing well too.
Got a good lead on him.
Yeah, John G's been doing well.
Yeah, it's April 11th, so it's next Saturday, and it's an online, any public water, catch boards or leaderboards. And
no, yeah, that's a problem. I left my board in Michigan.
Oh, dude. If you want to get together sometime before that, or I can try to meet up with you one weekend. I've got a leaderboard sitting in my shed over here.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to buy one because I was gonna grab it next time I ran up there to Michigan to fish, and that's not gonna happen this year now. So.
Oh, man. Yeah, I prefer the catch, just because it's a smaller footprint.
Yeah.
And they look a little bit nicer, but the leader, I mean, complaints about the leaderboard. They're nice. They cradle the fish a lot better, but they also make your catch look a lot smaller.
Yeah, but my bracket to store it on the kayak's made for the aluminum catch, so I'll just get another one of those. So.
But if somebody wants to get involved with us, and maybe try to take the reins over next year, I don't have any intention on being a tournament director. I have a lot going on in my personal life between work and my family and this show and everything else that comes with all of that. Now, I'm happy to be in the board of directors and help with rules and help with judging and stuff like that. But like I said, I'm taking over the tournament director role for the rest of the season just to help us get through. Sham's got a lot of stuff going on, and he's not going to be able to keep up with it. So I'm doing what I can and how I know how to keep it going. So if you guys got any advice, feel free to DM me. If you want to get involved, feel free to DM me. Yeah, but I won't talk about that too much. Anyways, you have a Titan X, don't you, John?
Right. I was gonna say. So you sold your Slayer, and you've got a Titan X.
Oh, I don't have it yet. I pick it up April 10th.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty cool to see how you build yours out in comparison to mine, since mine's so basic and built for shallow, skinny water.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be pretty neat. It's going to show the versatility of that boat.
Yeah, I mean, I've got some plans for it. It's gonna be, it's gonna be to the max, to the tilt. So
Cool.
I can't say I put the max in Slayer Max anymore.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I knew you were converted when you demoed mine at GB's Lake.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, I pushed off and stood up and was like, yep, I got to get one of these. Now, I got on a hammer at Santee Cooper.
Yeah.
I don't hate those either.
Yeah, I haven't even seen one of those in person yet.
It was just cheaper for me to get the Titan.
Okay. But yeah, for guys like you're in my size, that's as stable as fishing on a dock, the Titan is. I mean,
Right.
So I've got my new dog, so we're going to see how he does on it once the water warms up a little bit. But I didn't want him knocking me off while the water's still in the 50s.
Right. And I got my kids about to turn 3. You know, it's like she could get on that thing and run around all over.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, that's cool. What color did you get?
Gray Goose.
Okay.
Same color as the Slayer was. Silverpunk asked if I'm transferring all the stuff from the Slayer to it. So the only thing, originally, yeah, I was transferring everything. But the only thing that's getting transferred is the motor and the Garmin's and the live scope setup. And the batteries that power those two things. Everything else is different. I got these cool little lights to put on it.
Turn them on so they can see the disco.
Oh man, you want me to turn them on? Okay. I'll turn them on. Yeah, I've got these cool lights that I can change the colors on and stuff like that. Just because, like I was talking to John about, the bugs don't really stick to the red light very bad. They do, however, swarm the blue. They swarm the green. Obviously they swarm a white LED light. So I wanted something I could change and make it red. But I also wanted something that I could make blue or green or whatever color for photos and stuff like that, or just to make sure I could be seen. But if I needed to sit and have my light on, I wanted to be able to turn them red. But I can control them all from my phone. It's a little controller. I'll just hook it up to my switch panel, and I'll be able to turn them on and off. And then I'll control them right here. Just got a little deal. You can swing them around. You can sync them to the music so they flash and stuff. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be really cool. But most of the stuff I've got for it's exactly the same. The nav lights, all the plugs, the outlets, the USB outlets and stuff are all the same. They're just a different color. They're not blue anymore. They're gonna be red.
Now, are you going to keep the pedal drive on it, or are you going to plug that hole since you're running a motor?
So I've got a pedal drives obviously already, so I was able to order it without one.
Okay.
But I don't run the pedal drive really.
Right.
I just carry a paddle with me just in case. So I'll be wide open on the deck, and that's one of the reasons I wanted the hammer, because it's got that flat floor now.
Yeah.
But, like, did the price difference, because I can't get the hammer without a pedal drive because it's a new one, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm really excited. I wanted a Titan as soon as they came out. You know, I didn't have the Slayer very long before the Titan came out, and I would have waited and got one.
Okay.
But I'm kind of glad I didn't. You know, I had the Slayer dial though. I'm not gonna lie, I miss it already.
Yeah, it's always hard when you get a new boat, even though you're transferring native to native, it's still hard to get everything set up exactly how you want it. It takes a few trips. So.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit different. You know, it's got that battery box built into it, so I won't need the box anymore for my battery.
Hey, there's Jekyll Bates on here now. So.
Hey, Jen, how are you doing? I won't need the black box on the back anymore for all my live scope stuff to balance my weight out or any of that. So
yeah,
it's going to be different, but I'm excited to see what me and Nathan can come up with.
Cool. So
be a lot of fun. Should be a lot of fun. And Southwest Indiana says he's a little bit jealous. It's going to be a little bit before he can add Titan. He's got a P127, so the bona fide version of the Slayer Max. But it always takes a bit to get used to a new boat, even a better one. Yep.
Yeah.
And man, the Slayer was perfect for me. I mean, obviously the Titan is a whole nother class of stability and stuff, but
right.
I was comfortable on that thing. I never felt like I was going to flip over or fall out or any of that. Good to see you too. I've actually got a jerkbait and a crankbait that I got that she painted. I've actually got them tied on for Notley this weekend.
Do you? Yeah. I don't know the viewers if everybody's familiar with Jekyll Baits. That's Jen Cravasi. She's one of the best custom bait painters around.
Yep.
I've been doing it for years, and I don't know what she wants to talk about on here. We need to have her as a guest.
Yeah, well, dude, she'd probably be really good for Tony's show too. He gets more people than I do.
Yeah, because she sells direct to the public on Whatnot app, and I spend entirely too much money on there every couple of weeks when she goes live. But
I got one of the guys at work sells. He does shows every weekend on the Whatnot app.
Really? She's the only one I've ever bought anything from. I don't really watch a lot of the other ones.
He's not. I don't think he's really selling a lot of stuff. He is painting a little bit here and there.
Okay.
But he buys stuff. He'll buy stuff from Hammond's and sell it on Whatnot. All that really popular stuff. As soon as they release it at Hammond's, he'll buy like a whole bunch of them online and go pick them up. And
so he's just reselling on there. Yeah, Jen's doing a lot of her own custom. Well, everything she's doing on there is her custom painted stuff. So yeah. I don't know if this will focus.
So awesome. I know you got a bunch of it too. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's a little weight bait she painted. And a bone pearl. So there's a lot of cool stuff that she's painting, and then a lot of more artistic stuff instead of just fish catching colors. So.
Yeah.
Pretty neat stuff.
The trout patterns she does are just amazing. Like amazing. They look like real trout laying there on the table.
Yeah.
And she says Patrick Gray is local too. Badass Baits. All right. I think I've heard of that before. Badass Baits.
And that's on Whatnot? I may try and find that one. Spend more money.
Yeah, and I've been hearing a lot, and even Tony, he was like, he found out about the fishing side of Whatnot, and I've never even downloaded the app, and it sounds like I probably shouldn't.
Yeah, no, don't until you get through building your boat.
Yeah. But yeah, I got a couple more little things to order. What's his name? Big Bass Chris makes the panel on the back for the black packs. For rod holders.
Where when you open it and the rods lean back?
Yep. So I'm going to get one. I got his rod tube delete plates because I do plan on doing stuff with them. I know other people make them, Yak Hobby makes some, but his kind of have a pattern on them. And I'm looking to do something a little bit different. Like I said, I got these and I got some other stuff too. So yeah. I got the rod tube deletes and I'm going to order the panel, the rod tube panel for the back. Because I really like those. Yeah, wallet drainer for sure. Oh, I already know it. TikTok was when I first got on TikTok. Man, I was spending a ton of money on TikTok buying bait.
Oh, and she got her crescent rigged for the season.
Oh, nice.
Let me know, Jen. I'm not doing we were just talking about it. We're not doing our Michigan trip this year, so that gives me some more free time to fish local. So let me know, and I'll drive up there and hit some of the lakes near you.
I definitely want to get on the river this year.
Which
Definitely. I want to go catch some shoal bass.
did you see that shoal bass? Oh, I think it was on Bull Shad posted it on their Facebook. Over 7 pound shoal bass caught. It was a tank.
I saw the smallmouth in Allatoona.
Yeah, is that real?
Yeah, that was real. Well, I mean, it seemed real. It might not be now.
Oh, how did he get there?
Yeah, well, they tried to stock them back in the 90s, I read somewhere. Because I started immediately looking around and checking it out and stuff. And
But I mean, the spots have decimated the smallmouth even in Blue Ridge. You
but
would think they would just not have a chance at all on Alatoona.
there's still one here and there, though.
Yeah.
It's a unicorn, but they're still there. I'm going to look real quick and see. I'll just Google it. Yeah, if that's real, though, I mean, that was a big smallmouth, too. It wasn't a little one. It wasn't a little one at all. It was a nice fish. Yeah, I mean, it says that they're in there.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was surprised to see it.
It says it's not a smallmouth destination or anything because it's
yeah,
spots.
That's pretty cool.
Got to fish Notley this Saturday. I'm doing the Fishers of Hope tournament, and one of the guys needed someone had a spot on the boat, so I'm gonna go up there and fish it and hopefully put the work on Danny and them.
Oh, there you go.
Because everybody's gonna be up there.
Yeah. What's Notley like? Is there?
Dude,
I mean, Highland Reservoir? What is it?
Yeah, it's a Highland Reservoir. It's deep. I've only been there twice.
Okay.
It's been a while. I went out of the same place twice, fished the same spots the same way, and didn't do very well. But he's talking about doing some other stuff that sounds like a lot of fun.
Okay. Cool.
Because he's not alive.
Who are you fishing it with?
I forget his name's Jimmy. Jimmy Long.
Okay.
So yeah, Tony Watkins hit me up and was like, "Hey man, if you want to, we got somebody needs a spot." And I was like, "Yeah, man, I'm in." Entry paid, so all I got to do is come. And I was like, "Dude, is it okay if I bring like 4 rods with me?" And he's like, "Man, you bring as many rods as you want. It's not a problem."
Oh, that's
I was like,
cool. That's cool.
What's a good bluegill glide? Gantarelle? Did I say that right?
Well, I'm a Bull Shad fanboy, so the trick gill is my favorite. It's expensive, but I can make that thing do anything I want it to, as far as a chop or suspend. I mean, it's so versatile. But yeah, you're looking at about $170. The Gantarelle I have not tried. Really, that's the only bluegill shaped glide I throw is the trick gill. Okay. I did swing by the Bull Shad shop this past week. I don't think they're officially open for the public. They closed during the Expo season.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's not there.
But I went and beat on the door enough. They let me in. So he's got some really cool stuff coming out, or that he released during the show season that'll be available on drops. I don't know that they're going to open for regular store hours like they did last year. They haven't decided yet. So they came out with their multi-joint, they're calling the Reborn. So instead of a brush tail, it's got a silicone soft tail on it. It gives it a lot of secondary action. The tail's really adding a lot of action to it. Plus, you can fish it slow and fast. Whereas the original multi-joint, he designed to be burned, to fish it fast. The Reborn is a little more versatile. You can really slow it down.
I saw the videos of that one in the tank, and it was like, dude, that thing was dang near turning around and looking behind it.
Yeah. Yeah, if they do reopen, for just the public to swing in, if you're ever in Ackworth, swing in there, because they are the coolest guys. If you got any questions, I mean, they'll have you at that tank teaching you how to fish it.
No, I want to so bad. I need to.
It's all, bring your wallet, because he'll teach you how to fish it, and then you got, well, I got to have it because I'm going to go catch a fish on it now. But
I actually
and
find
they also pour a limited styles of the burrito silicone soft baits.
Mhm.
They pour some of them for burrito baits, and so Bull Shad's released 5 new colors of the burrito, and
nice.
that's a killer bait.
I saw he was looking for testers for a new silicone swim bait that's not a burrito.
Yeah, I'm not one of the testers, but I might have seen that.
I was wondering, you've seen it?
Maybe parts
cool?
of it.
Is it cool?
Yeah, and then yeah, I'm trying out another one for him too. So he's got. I don't know if you've ever met Mike, but he is constantly working. He's constantly tinkering on stuff. Mm-hmm. So he's always got these crazy ideas, and sometimes I get to throw them and see if they work. So
cool, nice. So I know you catch a lot of big fish.
Well,
you definitely catch the big ones.
Just the dumb ones. I can't find that 10-pounder. One of these days I'll catch one. But.
Yeah, one of these is. That's what I'm excited about. Notley, because the guy was telling me what we're going to be doing and where we're going to be at, and it's like, man, we got a chance to catch them really good, and we got a chance, like any of them that bite, you might swing on an 8 or a 9 or.
Man, that's nice. Yeah, I mean, ever since I switched over to the big baits almost exclusively, like 3 years ago, it's crazy how many 6 to 8 pounders I've caught. And can't find a 10-pounder. I just, right. It's like I've almost got it figured out, but I'm missing some key component that it just takes time on the water.
They gotta be there.
Time on the water. So, yeah. Eventually, I'm gonna find that one up at Hickory Log. That eats all the thousands of 1-pound bass that are in that lake.
That one with the big tumor on its side.
Yeah, the one that everyone catches. Yeah, eventually it's going to hit 10 pounds and I'm going to find it. How many times has that fish been caught? That has got to be the dumbest fish in the lake.
I think 3 or 4.
Yeah, that we know of.
Years. and all over the lake too. It's been in different areas every time. Like from the dam, like all over.
Yeah, and it's so unique looking with that big tumor. It's the same fish. Like, well, this poor thing got caught again. So he's tough at least.
I caught the same largemouth on Lanier. Had a big scar on its belly, and it was just about a week apart on the same. It was a dock light on the same dock light, same bait, same everything, and she was like 3 ounces heavier the second time I caught her. But her tail was a little messed up, and one of the biologists told me that that's stress from being caught the week before. I was like, no kidding, because I was questioning. I was like, dude, that's got the scar on the belly, but the tail looks a little. And he was like, no, that's normal, because they'll get stressed out from being caught, and it'll show the tail like that.
Yeah, I'd never heard that.
The leg, I know it, and that light's not there anymore, unfortunately. So I haven't been able to check back in on her.
Oh. See if she's gained a few more ounces.
It was a 4. It was a 4-pounder, almost 5. It was a nice fish. Yeah, it was a nice fatty, nice little fat largemouth.
Cool.
I do. I catch a lot of largemouth on those dock lights.
More
largemouth than spots. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I've only fished Lanier. Well, I fished it with Jonathan in the fall. Before that, it had been decades. So
you said you hadn't been out there since you were a kid,
right? And yeah, our first fish of the day was this 4-pound something largemouth off the dock, and then we ran out deeper and got into the little spots.
They're all over out there. I caught a almost 4-pounder on Sunday when I was fishing with Kevin, or K2 as we call him at work, because we got 2 Kevins.
Okay. And now have the largemouth moved up on Lanier yet? What's the water temps? Or are they spawning?
No, I mean, dude, it was still in the 50s.
Okay.
It was like 58 when we were out there.
Okay, yeah, that's what it was over here on my side of town too. So the bucks have moved up super shallow, the little males, and the
Yeah.
females are hanging back a little bit. But said I caught a 4 pound 7 ounce right on the bank, so I'm assuming that was probably a girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't caught anything big yet.
No.
Moved
Yeah,
up
my big
shallow.
almost 4 pounds. It was like 3.8, 3.9.
Yeah.
And yeah, but they all of my fish came out from under docks. Every single one.
Gotcha.
Well, except for one that I caught on a jig on a brush pile. But that's, I mean, you can do that year round on Lanier.
What, the brush pile bite?
Yeah, dragging a jig through a brush pile, there's going to be a fish in there.
Okay.
Most of the time. Most of the time. They were fired up though, man. I don't know what it was. I was throwing a swagger stick on a shaky head and the combat crawl on my jig, and it's not even the big combat crawl; it's a little one. But man, they were tearing my stuff up. Like I couldn't keep them off of it.
Huh. Yeah. All my fish, my last 3 trips, have come on a red lipless from Spro. It's like I've tried so much other stuff, and as soon as I tie that on, I'm starting to catch. So
Full moon tonight. That's a good thing I'm staying home. I bet the fish are biting though. I bet the fish are biting, and I don't have a boat. I got Danny's, but I might actually put a little more stuff on there. Swagger stick. Yep, June bug red, man. It was getting hammered. I couldn't keep them off of it. Couldn't keep them off of it. I tried a couple other things, but yeah, it's hard. It's hard for me to put it down when they're biting the shaky head. It really is. Red is always hot. Yep. Red is always hot. It's always crankbaits too, it seems like.
yeah. And
And
really,
now
especially when I'm fishing Ackworth, that lake stays so dirty that
Yeah.
I kind of throw red year round instead of just cold water bait.
And now the chatterbaits too, the fire crawl chatterbaits.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Andrew's making stuff that's fire crawl. He does it seasonal, right? Because I mean it doesn't sell year round. But yeah, he does the fire crawl stuff. And then what else do they got? It's not red. It's fire something though. It's kind of weird looking. It's like got striped. Fire tiger. Same color as what caught his fish this weekend. June bug red, dude. I'm telling you, it works. If I'm not throwing a black and blue shaky head, it's probably a June bug red shaky head.
If I'm throwing a shaky head, it's time for me to go home.
Yeah. How many rods do you carry on the kayak with you?
10.
10.
And only one of them's a spinning rod.
And what'd you say? None of them's a spinning
Oh,
rod?
I got one spinning rod.
And what's on it? A blade bait or something?
The spinning rod's just a wacky rig.
Oh, just
Mainly using it as a follow-up. If I see something swipe at something that's fun to fish and miss it, then I'll switch over to the spinning reel. And
what kind of worm you got on the wacky rig?
Just a green pumpkin Senko.
Just a green pumpkin Senko?
Yeah. Now, in the summer, when I go to the larger plastics, I throw a lot of the Magnum baits, soft plastics, because they are oversized. But like this time of year, I haven't really switched over to a lot of the big stuff. Like even the glide baits I'm throwing right now are the little 6-inch ones. Okay. Typically, I do better with the real big baits middle of summer. So I'll switch over to the bigger soft plastics and the bigger swim baits typically once the water gets hot. Or not necessarily hot, but once the bluegill starts spawning around 70 degrees, I'm going to really focus on a lot bigger baits at that time.
Okay. So do you think it's because the water's warmer and they don't want to move as much, and so they're looking to get more out of every
I think so. Plus, it helps me target them because I don't use electronics. That as it gets hot and the sun gets up, it really forces, especially the bigger fish, they're just going to pack in tight to the cover and stay in the shade. So it helps me locate them. But then when I throw a bigger bait, I'm more likely to draw them out of that cover. Whereas if I'm throwing something small, I'm going to have to bonk them on the head with it. So, it'll be a 96-degree day, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's hot as hell, but they're packed in tight to cover, and I can throw a big glide and work it within a foot or two, and they'll normally come out after it.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I've got a handful of big baits now. I've got 2 rods, and I don't know. I just don't have the confidence, man. I've even got a real trick Shad now, and I've
Well,
got
and
the
it's a totally different mindset than you guys that fish tournaments.
yeah.
Because I don't care if I catch a fish. I'm going to go throw a big bait because that's what I like to do, and sometimes it works out fantastic. But I don't care anything about, I got to catch 5 and then work for a kicker. I just go out there looking for a kicker, and if I don't catch it, that's cool. So,
Yeah, that's fun. That is fun. I definitely. It's like, if I go out when I catch a big fish, it's usually quick. It's usually early in my trip, and every single time it's like, all right, might as well go home now, because nothing else I do for the rest of the day is going to compare to that.
I don't know, some days when that big bite is on and you're catching several 5 and 6 pounders in one day, then you're hooked. Then you're addicted to it and don't want to throw any of the little small stuff anymore. But till your elbow swells up, and then you got to start backing down a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe that's my age and not the size of the bait. So.
I was going to ask that, how it wears on you throwing something like that all day.
It depends. Because I'm not running a motor and I'm running a pedal drive, if it's a windy day or if I'm moving while I'm fishing and I've got to sit down to cast, it really wears my elbow out, and my elbow will start swelling all through here for several days. If I'm stationary where I can stand up to fish, if the wind's not too bad, or if I'm really picking an area apart where I can use my waist and hips to cast, it doesn't wear on you at all. As long as you got the right gear. I mean, if you're trying to throw a 4-ounce bait on a rod weighted for 1 ounce, it's going to wear you out.
No, I know. I got 2. One's rated for 3 ounces and one's for 7.
Okay. Yeah, I've got a couple of the Cash and Icon swim bait rods, and then a Dobbins. And then I got a FX. What is that thing? It's a heavy plus, moderate fast. And I use it for a lot of like the burritos with the single hook. So I use it a good bit. So I guess that's kind of 4 swim bait rods. And then some of the smaller swim baits, like the wake baits, like the bull wake, it's only 2 ounces or so. I'll throw it on a heavy glass rod, just a heavy crankbait rod, because I'm not overloading the rod too bad. And plus, you've got so much give in the rod that when they hit a shallow water bait and come blowing out of the water, it helps keep them pinned a little bit. So.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, actually, Silverpunk, I have fished or 2. It was at night, and I got skunked. What's up, Big Bait John? And he wants to know, what's the bull shad juice?
What's the bullshit? Well, he missed it already. Yeah, he already knows because he's been at their tables working the shows. But the reborn, we talked about the reborn with the secondary action on the soft tail. Talked about the new colors of the burrito they've come out with.
I tried to pry some of the new soft plastic bait out of him, but he wouldn't tell me.
I'm sure John's got to play with that stuff much more than I have. He said I had not been by the shop because I try not to bug them during the expo season. I know they're busy, but I knew their show season was done, so I just beat on the door till they let me in.
Now, so I think if show season's done, that means John's probably getting back on the water, and he can take me out on Latham.
Yeah, or take you to Hickory Log so you can catch that tumor fish.
Yeah.
What's your PV? That one's probably over your PV, right?
It's like right at 7.
Oh, there you go.
High 6, yeah.
Yeah, if that tumor grows any bigger, you'll definitely be in.
Or if it multiplies.
But while we're talking about the shows, there is a big Georgia outdoor expo. Fish North Georgia is going to be one of the sponsors for it. So it's going to be Father's Day weekend up at Veterans Park in Canton. It's more of a festival, not just an expo. So it's not just going to be vendor tables set up with it's outdoor stuff. So it's fishing, hunting, camping, hiking. They're even going to have wildlife art expo, food trucks, live bands. I mean, it's going to be a huge event. And like I said, Fish North Georgia is going to be one of the sponsors of it.
Mhm.
So I'm trying to think if there's anything on it. I'm excited about it. I mean, it looks like it's going to be big.
Yeah, I'll come up there.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
If Festive gets involved, I'll probably bring the boat up there.
Yeah, I've messaged Skinner about it, so I'll see.
Yeah.
I've been hounding Jen about it a little bit. I talked to the guy at GB's Lake.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully they'll come up. I enjoyed that day we had out at GB's. He's a cool
I
dude.
did too. It was fun. It was fun hanging out, you know.
Yeah, he's a nice guy, man.
He is. He's super
I mean,
nice.
Jen's all right, but that guy from GB's,
he does a lot. He puts a lot of work into that little lake.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So the expo, is it one day only or is it like a whole week?
I think it's the whole weekend. If you guys go to my Facebook, which is just John Allred. Today I shared posts from everything we've talked about so far on the show, basically. Sharing Jekyll Bates' YouTube channel, the Reborn, the new colors of the burrito, and that Georgia Expo. So if you just go to my Facebook page, I've shared stuff from all of those, so you can find it fairly easily just by going to that. Because
cool.
Trying to see, I wrote notes because can't remember anything.
I need that, honestly.
Yeah. So yeah, so it's going to be Fish North Georgia sponsoring. It's through Black Sheep Productions, but it's also Cherokee Parks and Rec is helping with this. So it should be a huge, really well-run event.
Cool. John said he's addicted to food trucks, so sign me up.
Yeah. Any of the events that Black Sheep does are fun. So this is their first kind of going towards the outdoor crowd. But man, they put on good events. It's always got live bands and food trucks, and it's fun. I mean, we're going up to one in Ball Ground on Saturday that they're putting on. So cool. It should be cool, especially with Parks and Rec. From what I've told, they're building a new amphitheater at Veterans Park, and this event will be the first use of it with the live bands. So
cool. Nice.
But yeah, it'd be cool if Festive comes out, and I don't know. I've hit up a bunch of other guys. We'll just see who signs up. So vendor applications are open. So if you go to my page and find the link to that outdoor expo, if you're interested, it may be a good opportunity for some of these smaller guys to have a table.
Yeah.
Get your name out there a little bit. So.
Perfect. Awesome. We'll have to mention it again before the end of the show too.
Yeah, and so Danny's going to be meeting with them. I'll have more info, and Danny, I'm sure, will be able to share more info on the Livewell next week after he has some meetings. So it should be a good time.
I like doing the expos. I enjoy it. You know, it's fun. Just hanging out, talking to all the different people, and seeing all the different people that watch the shows, and you know, it's cool. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I always end up spending way too much money.
Yeah,
I don't stay at our booth. I go when I see, anytime Bull Shad's there, I'm over there spending way too much money. Or then,
especially when we end up right across from them. And we won this year, you know.
Or like Cash and Rods. Holy crap! Anytime Cash and Rods is there, I just go home broke. So.
I did that one year. That first Noe Expo. Remember, I left with like 8 rods.
Yeah. I'm like, man, it's a good deal. I don't want to turn it down.
Yeah, I couldn't turn it.
Yeah, so the expos are fun. So I'm kind of interested though, because most of the ones we do, are fishing expos. So this one being an outdoor, because I'm big into hiking too. I hike a lot. Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of curious to see if some of the bigger outfitters show up. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. Should be cool. Should be real cool. Should be real cool. So we ain't getting a lot of questions. Come on, guys. Yeah, they get 2 truck payments from me when I see the bull Shad at any expo. John, you're there. You're behind the booth. You are the bull Shad.
It's really a blessing and a curse living 15 minutes from their shop.
Yeah, I bet. I need to get up there and have them kind of show me some stuff working in the bank. Missed attorney info I put out.
Some of you Lanier side guys just need to come over on this side of town and fish with us one weekend.
I know I need to. I need to hit Alatoona a lot more often, and Ackworth too. Heck, I've only been to Ackworth that one time. You know, I
Yeah,
never get back. I need to come out there. I'll bring the old bring the Titan out there. See if
yeah,
I can get big fish on it.
yeah. Once the grass comes up, we need to go out there and carp fish. I wish they would have a carp bow fishing competition out there and just let them lay waste to all those carp in that lake.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I could do that in Lanier with some of them, man. I get really close on some schools with some really big carp,
Yeah.
and I mean, I will hit them with my bait, and they still won't touch it. Stamp Creek. I've been to Stamp. I've been to Stamp. We can go to Stamp. I'm doing Nautilus Saturday, Sunday. Obviously, it's Easter, and then but the weekend after, I'm getting my boat Friday, so I'll probably be rigging. But I would. I mean, I'm down. Let's go fishing.
How long's rigging that boat out going to take you think, before you're going to be on the water?
Oh God, honestly, it's gonna take me a little bit, just because of the attention to detail and stuff that I'm gonna put into it. Um, because the Slayer, I like redid it a few times, right? So added this, added that. I'm really not adding anything to this one. I've got what I want for it, uh, unless I end up doing like a stern motor or something like that, trying to work a deal on one of those so that I could go back and forth or run both if I wanted to. Um, yeah, Danny will still be there Saturday. As of right now, Danny's still fishing Saturday. I'll be there. Father Time will be there. I think Tim's going to be there. I'm not sure about Tony, if Tony's going to be there or not. I think Tony's going to be there too. Farmer's going to be there. I think most of us are fishing in it. So it's good. It should be a good. I got to wake up super early. I guess I don't have to wake up that early because Jimmy helps out with the Fishers of Hope. So we're going to blast off last.
Okay.
So I do have that going for me.
And
It's
somebody
not,
asked if I got carp colored glide baits. Yes. Yeah, I got a little 6-inch ABS trick shad. I got the big uh, Explorer Gen 2 by Bait Sanity. I got this cool little top water that I got from Jekyll Baits. So, yeah, I fish a lot of carp colored stuff because that lake is swarmed with them. So,
and it works, huh?
yeah.
You ever throw any
Yeah.
bass? You ever throw any like baby bass colors or anything like that, or bass in particular?
No, and I've talked about that if I started to fish, I used to fish hickory log a bunch
Mm-hmm.
back before I got into the big baits. So I've talked about now I should start going back up there and throwing bass colored baits because I know those big fish in that lake are eating all those 1-pounders that you go and catch 2 dozen of every trip.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't fish that lake enough right now to invest in some of the custom painted bigger glides. I only fish that lake if that lake frustrates me. Um, I go up there and I catch a lot of fish, and none of them ever break 2 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
I need to go with Big Bait John, I guess, but that lake
Mm-hmm.
frustrates me, so I only fish it like probably 2 to 4 times a year. It's hard to make the investment on a $200 bait for a lake that I'm not real fond of.
Right, I hear you there. I've only fished it once, man, and I caught 16 fish, and only one of them was over 12 inches.
Yeah.
So,
Like I said, when you've got it figured out, I mean, there's guys that consistently catch big fish on that lake. It's
yeah,
just I haven't figured it out, and then I get mad and I don't spend the time to figure it out. I haven't done a
yeah.
map study on that lake in probably 4 years.
I don't even think I did a map study that time. I just talked to a couple people that have been to it before and asked them, does it fish like
Yeah.
this, like that, or.
Now I'm a nerd, when it comes to fishing, and I'm studying maps and Google Earth Pro and Navionics, and I still even do it on Ackworth that I fished probably over 1,000 times. But I just kind of got mad and gave up on the log. So
I do study the linear map, or like any other lake. I don't know why I didn't study hickory log, to be honest with you, because I usually do. I'll usually have if there's not like a no info thing or anything like that, then I'll get a couple people to look at it. You know.
yeah.
I'll get two of my friends to look at it with me, and you look here, I'll look here, you look here, and take some screenshots and send them to me, and I'll
Yeah.
take some screenshots and send them to you, and we'll look at it, and because I'm not I'm not a hammer, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I gotta get some
Oh
help.
yeah, I'm always like I said, as much as I do study on stuff, I'm constantly learning from the guys I fish with.
Oh yeah.
And a couple of the guys that I fish pretty often with on the kayaks, they came from the big boat world, and so they were tournament fishermen. Long before I even picked up a fishing pole. I've only seriously been fishing since 2019. And these guys were tournament fishermen a long time before that. So I'm constantly learning from them. In addition to what I've learned from the Livewell show, the fish biologists that I'm harassing on Messenger and everything else. So, yeah. I figure if they're on social media, they're open to questions, so I'm going to ask it. So.
Yeah. That's how I found this stuff, was looking for some fishing advice,
Yeah.
And then I went up to the store. They were closed. And I was mad because I drove all that way. They didn't even post it on their social media. Then I finally got out there, man, and I sat down. As soon as I walked in the door, I took a seat, and it was like me and Danny had known each other our whole lives. I sat in that store for so long that my wife was calling me because she thought I got in a wreck.
Yeah.
Because she's sitting there texting me and stuff, and I'm not even looking at my phone. I'm just in there talking with Danny.
Yeah. Yeah. I miss having the shop up there.
Me too. Me too. Hopefully we'll get somewhere to do it soon again like we used to. But I also don't mind this at the same time because I don't have to drive.
Oh, no kidding. Because right now it's past my bedtime. So
Yeah.
so when we were doing the show up there, nearly an hour drive to get home. So I was getting home after 11 and then getting up at 4 to go to work. That kind of sucks. So yeah, this is much easier.
Luckily, I haven't been running the show for 2 hours lately.
Okay.
It's hard to,
Well, when you see me dozing off, you'll know it's time to shut it down. So.
We don't get the same amount of people watching that the Livewell brings in.
Oh yeah.
So it's just, you can only talk for so. I don't want to. I can only talk about so much every week. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. And it's just kayak guys.
Right.
We're second tier.
Yeah, and I've been watching the other kayak shows and the people that do lives and stuff, and they go, right around an hour. Well, yep, Tourney X, yep. Okay, so I want to mention this again because Jen asked about what I was talking about in the beginning with the tournament. GAKFL was Georgia Kayak Fishing League. We changed the name. I was on the board of directors. We changed the name, kind of did some re-imaging, and it's the GKBA now, Georgia Kayak Bass Anglers, but changed the name, did some re-imaging, and the tournament director is having to step back. So I'm gonna take over handling the tournament director stuff, handling payment and payouts and all that stuff. But I have a very busy life myself, so I'm gonna switch it to online. Our next one is online, anyways, but we're gonna switch them to online now, with the exception of the April 11th tournament. The rest of them, they're all gonna be online, but you're all gonna fish the same body of water still, right? It's not going to be like an online any public water like the April 11th tournament is. You'll still be fishing, the same Lake Juliet, Lake Gallatin, or whatever lake. You'll still be fishing that lake together. There just won't be an award ceremony and stuff like that afterwards. You won't get a giant check to hold if you win. However, you will get something. We're probably going to do gift cards. I'm working on that with Festive Water right now. Because they're a sponsor of the club and stuff. But if somebody wants to step up and help out and do their thing, I don't plan on continuing to be the tournament director next year. I would rather fish tournaments than host them, if I'm being honest. I don't mind helping. Like I said, I'm on the board of directors. I can help judge. I can do all that stuff. I'm still going to try and fish some of our tournaments this year, even though I'm switching them to online. Um, if I do get to fish them, I will have a separate group of people that judge them. No big deal there. I want to try and be transparent with everything. I don't want to be a tournament director. I'm doing this for the club, getting them through the season. I really hope Sham can step back in, or someone else wants to take it over after that. But yeah, that's where I'm at with that. I'm happy to help out with it and stuff. So yeah, I know, and me too. I'd rather fish them than with the shows. John Eagle Chevrolet and me fishing, to be honest, I'm going to have to give something up, and I can't give up my family or my job. So what's it going to be, so we're switching it to online so that I can keep my sanity. I don't have to worry about driving all over the state once a month to hand out giant checks. And we'll get you guys some gift cards when you win. But hey, man, in Silverpunk, it could be you. But Sham's situation could change, and he could come back into it. I mean, the board, we've still got the same board of directors and stuff. It's me, Larry, Sham, Brian, and the guy, and it's the same guys. Sham's still there. It's just he's got. And I don't want to bring his stuff into public light, but he's got some stuff going on, right? So I'm helping out. But yeah, I would rather fish tournaments than be a tournament director, to be honest with you guys. I've got Bassmaster tournament coming up in May, and while I'm going to hang out with the boys. I'm still entering the tournament, and I would really like to do good. So I've been really studying Santee Cooper and trying to figure some of that stuff out. I went a couple weeks ago and got to, knock the jitters off of the first. I wanted to go out there and see some alligators and stuff, but I couldn't find any. I'm sure I'll see them in May though. You'd probably like that place. It's full of grass, man. There's grass everywhere and cypress trees.
And where is it?
South Carolina.
Okay.
It's about a 4.5 hour drive. We stayed at Relaxed Retreat. So they've got a spot. They've got a nice property right on Santee Cooper. I don't remember which lake. I think it's Lake Marion. It's called Jack's Creek. But it's Relaxed Retreat. They got nice cabins right there on the water, boat ramp, marina store. They make pizzas and breakfast, and they've got all kinds of tackle and gear and stuff in there. And good food, by the way. The breakfast biscuit was amazing. Coffee was great. And they treated us amazing, too. They were awesome. But the deepest water I saw was about 20 feet. And I mean, it was a very small section. Yeah. But the deepest water average that I saw was about 12.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was a lot of grass, a lot of cypress trees. Cool. I just took a big speed worm and was thumping the cypress trees with it. And I'd sit there and wait and wait and wait and wait. And I'd click my bail and start reeling up, and I could feel the fish on, and I'd just yank them. I caught one bass. I caught a couple pickerel and a crappie.
Okay.
I missed a lot of fish on a buzzbait, just because I don't know how to fish a buzzbait very well. I'll just be honest about it. I'm not going to say that, oh yeah, I just missed them. I just didn't get them, and it's okay. Really? And then I had a couple that broke me off, because I was casting into the trees and stuff, and I should have retied, and I didn't. But I wasn't there for anything but to have fun, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Largemouth only. Now, I did make a couple of jokes, and they were only jokes about too bad the spots I released in Santee won't old by May, and they were like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "I'm kidding, dude," because I did the
You know,
same thing with the guys here with the
that's
grass.
one thing I've enjoyed since I've been bank fishing instead of the kayak fishing. Is anytime I catch a spot, there's always somebody there keeping fish I can give them away to.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah,
Especially a catfishing guy, man. You find a catfisherman, they'll take those spots all day.
yeah. So no, I just stopped by Saturday and was fishing the bank, and there was a couple of folks fishing down on one of the docks, and every spot I caught, I took down there and gave to them, and every largemouth I caught, I let go. So
Well, I like that. I don't know if they still do it, but Latham used to have like a slot where if you're catching dink spots, get rid of them. They didn't care on the bank. Didn't care what you did with it. Just don't put it back in the water.
really,
Yep.
I don't know. They got herring in there now, don't they? Yeah, I'm sure that's changed the fishery and the spots are thriving then.
I don't know. I was still catching some big largemouth last summer.
Yeah.
It was fun. I was trying to catch spots.
And see, mine was different. I went all the way down to the end of the lake under the culvert into that shallow cove with all the stumps, catching spots. What are you even doing back here? So, pedaled this kayak a long way to get away from those things, and there they followed me in.
Did you? Oh, so you went into like the farm pond, they call it.
Is that what they call it, where you go under that culvert on the far end of the lake? Yeah, that's my kind of fishing, all that stump filled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get all the way back there throwing big baits. Spotted bass are in those trees.
Oh man, you would like Santee Cooper. That would
sounds
be
like
you guys to like take a weekend trip, and take a kayak with you.
See Jen saying thanks. I guess she might be headed out. Thanks for swinging by the show.
Thanks for swinging by. Hopefully we see your name on the GKBA leaderboards. You come out here and put a hurting on some of these boys.
There you go.
So yeah, I'll hope I'm gonna try to fish at least one or two of these things. And if I do, I've got some friends that live out of state, and I'll make them judges, or I can make you guys judges even. Whatever, I can make anybody a judge. So I would love to be able to fish them. I really want to try and fish some of the bass stuff. I want to try and hone myself in. I got some good people kind of helping me out, and I've really dialed in the live scope and stuff like that. And I think that I could, if I really, really did try, and did my studying, did my map studies, and got to practice and all that stuff, that I could do really well.
Yeah.
Now, then a lot better than I did 2 years ago when I tried to fish a trail. So we'll see. Try it again. Try it again. I've been getting out of my comfort zone a lot and learning new stuff, and said I'm here for the long haul. Just grateful.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Steve said there's no fish in Santee. Steve, have you been to Santee yet? Because I saw a bunch of fish in Santee. One of my friends is a guide out there, a kayak fishing guide, which is cool. I thought about trying my hand at that stuff too, but then I was like, no, I'm just going to get rid of the Slayer and do like, what's up, Pontoon Jody? And do like kayak trips where you just show up. I give you a life jacket. I'll give you some rods. I'll take you out and show you where to throw, show you how to fish stuff, and put you on them, hopefully. Because there's not a lot of people around here that do that, I don't think. Not around here, anyway. Well, and I know that there's probably a little bit of a customer base for it through some of the kayak shops. You get a lot of people.
I wonder if you could hook up with some of the kayak shops that rent out kayaks and just offer as a fishing guide for those guys.
Yeah, I'd have to take some classes and get certified and stuff like that.
Right.
Might be something. Little side gig on once or twice a month or something like that.
Yeah.
Not.
I don't like being around people enough to want to do that. So.
That's why I
fish my kayak, because I'm the only one that fits on there.
Yeah, that's why I tell people, hey man, I'll go fishing with you. Cool, buy a kayak and you can come with me.
There you go, and then go fish over there. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So Tony did not try my Slayer. We were set up for Sunday, and I was going to give Tony a very healthy discount, and then I had someone come and look at it Friday that didn't want that, so I had to take the money. I had to take the money, and Tony understands, but we still might get him in one, and I think Tony would probably be more comfortable on a Titan X or something, a Titan X or a UMax or the TAC Pro, something like that, because he's a
Yeah,
big dude.
yeah, he's a big guy. Plus, he doesn't have his sea legs for a kayak, so he probably needs something a little more stable at first, anyway.
Yep, yep. He wouldn't do well on the Slayer, the Hammer, or a PWR or anything like that. I
Because
don't.
they're more about secondary stability, right? Yeah.
They're all great boats.
Which Sam Adams was that?
Yeah,
Well,
what you
I
got
don't
over there?
drink alcohol, so that is just the haze, non-alcoholic Sam Adams IPA.
Oh, so it doesn't get you drunk; it just tastes bad. No, I'm just kidding.
Stop that. Yeah. So yeah, I don't drink. I haven't had alcohol in over 6 years, but I do like an IPA.
Oh,
So
that's awesome. That's good.
so
That's good.
luckily, a bunch of companies are now making it.
I've only had a couple of the IPAs that I liked the way they tasted.
Yeah.
Some of them are like, I don't know what it is. I don't know the beer. I don't know the beer science, right? If it's hops or barley or what it is, but some of them are just a little too strong. Just got a power pole with a battery. I got a power pole with battery, or should I wire it to a battery?
I don't understand.
Yeah. Retype that for me, bottom line. So that, because I don't really understand that question. I got a power pole with battery, or should I wire it to a battery? Let me retype that for us. Yeah, that's good. No alcohol in 6 years, you said? That's awesome, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't miss my behavior while on alcohol, but I did miss the beer. So
Yeah.
luckily, I found a bunch of good IPAs. Even locally, Reformation Brewery in Woodstock and Canton, they keep on tap a 0 proof IPA that they brew. So there's some really good options.
That's cool. That's good. I mean, I don't like to drink, but I like the way that I feel when I do. I hate the way I feel the next day. I think he means power pole battery, or should I wire it to a larger battery? I don't know anything about power poles, to be honest with you. Do they come with like a battery on them? I mean, I don't know. You ever use a power pole, John?
Mine's a stakeout pole.
Yeah,
With no motor. I'm not about the electronics. So no, I've got from Bradgett Designs, makes a little swing out. It's a bracket that holds your stakeout pole, parallel to your boat, and then it'll swing out with a hole in it. You can stick your stakeout pole in. But yeah, I don't have an electric power pole. No.
Yeah, I can't use power poles in over 30 feet of water. So
yeah. Like right now, I don't have a fish finder on my boat. I don't even have the cameras on my boat. The only thing with a battery on my boat is my phone. So I'm trying to get more and more basic.
If it comes with a battery on it, you might as well just use it. You know what I mean? Right? You know what I mean? Why not? Why not? I would. I wouldn't wire it to a switch panel to turn it on and off. You're still going to have to use the remote to make it go up and down anyway.
Yeah.
Just use their battery. Just make sure you charge it. Make sure you charge it so it don't die when it's in the down position.
Have to climb back there.
Yeah, power pole won't do any good on linear. No, and I mean I'm broadening my horizons, right? It would have done me some good on Santee, but I can also find a good thick grass mat and lily pads they'll keep me from moving. They did very well. I was getting stuck on them, and I wouldn't move. It was great, but yeah, they would have helped.
Now, you never just run way up the creeks on Lanier, just way up in the backwater?
Oh yeah, dude. So I'm not gonna say which one it is. But yeah, dude, I had that real good month last summer, and I caught like 4 big largemouth, and one of them, like I fish up there a lot. It's like 5 foot deep.
Okay.
You're like at the deepest time of the year, it's like 5 foot deep, and I mean it's where it crosses under the highway under a culvert, and the creek runs right into the lake right there. Water's always dirty back there.
Okay. Because that's what I do on, I live very close to Alatoona,
Yeah,
is I'll launch, but then I'll just run straight up the creeks. And I mean, way back in them where nobody else
yeah,
is fishing.
yeah,
One, because I like fishing in the backwaters like that for the largemouth, but also, especially in the summer, it's much safer because
yeah,
Alatoona is a circus.
dude. And this ramp used to be for the past 3-4 years. It's kind of been like not hidden because I mean everybody knows about it, but it's just like you didn't get a lot of pleasure boaters around. You didn't have a whole lot of jet skis. The ones that you did have were just using it to put in, and they were going somewhere else, right? They were either coming or going. Like that's all you really saw. Not anymore. Not anymore. It was one nice day that last weekend. Not this past weekend, but the weekend before it was like 80 degrees, right?
Yeah.
I went out there early in the morning, put in, come back like 1:30. Parking lot's crowded, and I mean so crowded, dude. Like I usually will beach right next to the boat ramp and then walk up, grab my truck, and back down, and like every other kayaker in the world. It was such a shit show, for lack of better. I mean, there's just no better way to put it. It was a shit show at Thompson Creek Park, man, and you got people. I had to wait in line. So I parked on the dock because I just wasn't gonna get my stuff ran over. So I park it on the dock, which I mean, it still could get ran over. The dock's new; it got ran over already. So I park it at the dock. I walk up. I get in the truck, and I'm waiting in line for at least 15 minutes, man. And Josh Tatum is there too, trying to go fishing with his kid. He had just got the new Crest Craft, the new Crescent, big
Yeah.
Crescent, and there's some other people in line talking about that they've never tried to back their trailer down the boat ramp before.
Well, that's an awesome place to practice.
So I mean, if you've never, yeah, sure, practice at the boat ramp, but don't practice while there's
I know.
all these people, right? Okay, so they're right in front of me, and they're finally like at a spot on the ramp where I can go around and get in front of them and go ahead and just back down. So I do. I whip around, I back down fast, walk around, I get on my boat, I come around, I turn around to get on to go towards the trailer, and they are so sideways in the water, they're almost on top of my trailer. And man, I thank you, Lord, for gifting me this patience that I get out, I beach it, I get out, I hop in the truck, and I pull it forward before they run my trailer over with theirs. And the lady's asking me what to do, and I'm like, well, you need to fire up the boat and push it off. Like at this point, we're here now.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, are you done? And I said, no, you guys are in my way. Get off the trailer. Like, get off the trailer. And the lady on the boat's like, yeah, it's running, but I'm trying to go. It ain't going. I'm like, well, back the truck up a little bit more. So they back the truck up a little bit more, and the trailer starts going this way. And I'm like, did you even unstrap the boat? No, they didn't unstrap.
No way.
But at least now they're straight. So they pulled forward. And I got them off the trailer. So, and I was very nice.
Well, there you go.
If y'all are watching this, ladies, I'm glad. I'm proud. I'm happy you got your trailer down and you got it off. But you really gotta go practice in a parking lot or something before you crowded boat ramp full of fishermen. it was comical, you know. It was funny. It was, but
Yeah, most of the little lakes I fish, there's only one ramp, and it takes one person to cause absolute chaos if they're not efficient.
yep. You got to have your stuff together. Be on your P's and Q's, you know. So people get angry at the boat ramp real quick. No, you're just the first to comment on Facebook there, Kurt. We don't get a lot of viewers on Facebook for this one. But thanks for popping by, brother. I do appreciate it. And then Pontoon Jody said, even though I have a pontoon, I hate to see a pontoon trying to load up the ramp. It's tough. I hate to see anybody that's not fishing trying to load their boat up at the ramp. And even some that are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the pontoon boats just scare me because I'm assuming it's a rental. Somebody that doesn't know how to drive and they're way too drunk to be on the boat anyway. So
hey, where's
that's
the brakes?
why I avoid Alatoona most of the time.
How do you work the brakes?
Yeah.
Where's better to see? It's better. So we get more comments on YouTube, Kurt, over on the YouTube channel. Yep. I just run it on the Facebook and the TikTok, just so people can see that we're out there and try to get them over here. Once we have a viewing like the Tuesday and Thursday shows, I will run YouTube only. Yep. Just because it's a new show and a lot of the kayak guys probably don't know about it, you know. So, but we've been going a little over an hour, and like I said, I have been running the show for only about an hour. So, John, why don't you talk about that expo again?
The expo again? All right, it's going to be at Veterans Park in Canton, Georgia, the weekend of Father's Day. So, wildlife and outdoor expo. They're going to have obviously vendors for fishing, hunting, hiking, camping. They should have food trucks. They're going to have the new amphitheater with live bands playing all weekend long. So Fish North Georgia is a sponsor of the show. So come on out and say hi to us, and maybe you could get a banner for your show here, Alex, and maybe get some more viewership.
Cool.
It would be kind of cool. I mean, they're trying to get us power and Wi-Fi at the show, so we might be able to do live feed, maybe an hour of your show, an hour of Tony's show. That would be kind of neat.
That would be awesome. That would be extremely awesome.
Yeah. So, like I said,
yep, right here.
Danny's having a meeting with everybody, so maybe that's something we can work on. But yeah, it's going to be a huge event, a lot of fun. Again, that's Father's Day weekend, Veterans Park in Canton.
Cool, awesome. I'll be there either way. At least to come hang out, if nothing else.
All right, cool.
I love doing that stuff, man. You know.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for inviting me on tonight.
Of course, dude. And like I said earlier, guys, we do have a kayak tournament coming up. Georgia Kayak Bass Anglers. It's online, statewide, so any public water in Georgia. So get signed up over on Tourney X for that. It's coming up April 11th. And then I think he said after that, he knows the schedule better than I do. So, yeah, April 11th, statewide, any public water, Georgia Kayak Bass Anglers. We got the Georgia Outdoor Expo, and then I'm getting the Titan X. We'll see y'all later.